this meeting of the Lewis and Clark County Commissioners with a pledge of the allegiance while our council gets their coats off. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, good morning, everyone. I guess I better introduce, some of us have not seen Commissioner Hunthausen for several days. He is wearing the black mask, and I appreciate it. To my immediate right is Andy Hunthausen, Commissioner Extraordinaire. And then further to his right is Nicho Hash and Keegan Shea, both from the county attorney's office, and Mr. Roger Balls, who is our CAO. Immediately to my left is Commissioner Tom Rolfe. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Chair Payne.
And I'm trying to do this without use of my cheat sheet. I want you to notice. And I'm Brandy Spangler, who is in charge of everything, and she's probably going to put a whoopee cushion in my desk because I messed this up. Anyway, welcome to all of you, and thank you for your hard work. We have a sign-in sheet right there at the front, which I expect everyone to sign in and fess up that they're here. First item on our agenda today is the consent action items, which will be presented, I believe, by Roger Balls. Go for it.
Thank you, Chair Payne and Commissioners. This is item 2A on your agenda for consideration today. It's Resolution 2025-23 to authorize the county attorney to employ special counsel to assist in prosecution of certain cases. Staff recommends approval of that item. Thank you, Commissioners.
Are there any questions from the commission? Tom?
No.
Is there any public comment? Seeing no public comment. I guess, let's see, I need a motion.
Chair Payne, I move to approve the consent action item 2A, Resolution 2025-23, as explained by Mr. Balls.
Second.
Before we act on this, I think it would be appropriate if Nicho or Keegan could maybe give us a little background on these two cases so that we have a better understanding just generally why we're bringing in other counsel.
Chair Payne and Commissioners, so in this case, there's a potential and perceived conflict of interest, if not a conflict of interest in these cases for our office. And in instances like this, as with others, the Attorney General can step in and prosecute those cases as well.
Okay, thank you for that explanation. I just want everybody to know there's no hanky-panky going on here. Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the consent action item 2A as presented by Roger Balls and as explained by Nicho Hash. Is there any further comment from the commission? Okay. It's been moved and seconded. All in favor of approval of the consent action item 2A. Show us this by saying aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Passes 3-2. Nothing. The next item today is the we've got an action item that is 3A presented to us by Christian Lehnert of our weed district. Oop. Anyway, proceed, Christian.
Good morning,
You do
Chair
the right
Payne.
thing.
Christian Lehnert, Lewis and Clark County Public Works.
I'm here this morning today as a request to adopt contract amendment number 2 with JHS Incorporated for the Helena Valley Mosquito District. This contract was initially put in place May 4th, 2023, and is the third year of the professional service contract between Lewis and Clark County and JHS. Changes within the amendment include the dates within section 6, effective date, time, and performance of the contract were updated to match this year's schedule. And then under section 7, compensation, the compensation amount is not to exceed $233,550 upon receipt of invoices, deliverables applicable identified in section J of scope of services. Compensations will be made to JHS in the following manner: on or before June 15th, 2025 at 45% or $105,097.50. And then on or before August 15th, 2025 at 45% or also $105,097.50. And then on or before December 1st, 2025 at the remaining 10% or $23,355, Staff recommends approval of the amended agreement.
Thank you, Christian.
Yes.
Is there any questions from the commission?
Commissioner, if I could, Chair Payne.
Yes.
Mr. Lehnert, just, I think I know the answer to this, but those that are watching that might be interested. This is essentially a 3-year contract, and within that 3 years, there's a couple of annually potentially adjustable items that you just mentioned. One is the timing, and the other is there might be a adjustment in the cost depending on what the market's doing and what it comes in at, that kind of thing. Am I right on that? And then second, next year this contract will be complete and we'll have to go back out for a new contract, correct? Can you just explain that a little bit for those that might be watching today?
Chair Payne, Commissioner Hunthausen. Yes. So with just specifically on this contract, it was a 3-year contract. After that, we do have amendments to the contract that allow us to change the language if necessary, scope of work, and then compensation amounts due to inflation of operational stuff within our budget of the contract or what we have coming in. So just for instance, this one did increase by $5,000 from the previous year.
Thank you.
Yes.
Explained better than I did, so I appreciate that.
Yes.
Thanks, Chair Payne.
Do you have any questions?
Chair Payne, if I might, we might
Certainly.
just explain to the public a little bit about the area that we're talking about here. I see we've got 2 contracts. If I understand right, this is mainly in the Helena Valley. Is that right? We're spraying for mosquitoes.
Chair Payne, Commissioner Rolfe. Yes, there are 2 mosquito districts within Lewis and Clark County. This one is specifically for the Helena Valley, which goes all the way from Lake Helena all the way to about the Scratch Gravels. And then there's, in the 80s, they added an additional section to the district up like Birdseye, I believe. So yeah, those constituents within those boundaries are the ones that are contributing to this special district. And then the same with the Craig. They also have their Craig Wolf Creek one. It's sort of south. It's like the north end of Wolf Creek, and then it goes all the way up through Craig, and everybody that falls within that district pays in their special assessment for their mosquito district there.
Great, thank you.
Okay. I have a question that, and I'm not sure if you are the one to answer it or possibly the gentleman from the county attorney's office. I'm looking at this contract amendment, number 2, and there are signature lines on 3 separate pages. And why am I signing this three separate pages? Is it not just amendment to one contract?
Chair Payne, that one is copies for the contractor, one copy's for us, and one copy I believe is for you guys.
But we've got original signatures on all 3 of them?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I guess if it makes you happy, I'll certainly sign it, if we vote that way. Is there any public comment regarding this amendment? Seeing none, speak now or forever hold your peace. This is the end of it. Okay. We need a motion, please.
Chair Payne, I'd move that we approve contract amendment number 2 between Lewis and Clark County and JHS Inc. as presented by Mr. Lehnert.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that we approve the contract amendment number 2 between Lewis and Clark County and JHS Incorporated regarding the mosquito control for the Helena Valley. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? The motion passes. Moving right along. Didn't you just? Go ahead. Hi, Christian.
Good morning, Chair Payne. My name is Christian Lehnert again. Before you today is a request to adopt contract amendment number 2 with JHS Incorporated for the Craig Wolf Creek Mosquito District. This contract was initially put in place May 4th, 2023, and is a 3-year professional service contract between Lewis and Clark County and JHS Incorporated. Changes within this amendment include the dates within Section 6. Effective date, time, and performance of the contract were updated to match this year's schedule. And then under Section 7, compensation, the compensation amount is not to exceed $16,800. Upon receipt of invoices and deliverables applicable, identified in Section J of scope and services, compensation will be made to JHS in the following manner. On or before June 15th, 2025 at 45% or $7,560. And then on or before August 15th, 2025 at 45% or $7,560. And then the final one on or before December 1st, 2025 at the remaining 10% or $1,680. Staff recommends approval of the amendment agreement.
Thank you, Christian. Is there any questions from the commission?
None here.
Is there any public comment? Nope. Okay. Let's have a motion.
Chair Payne, I'd move that we approve contract amendment number 2 between Lewis and Clark County and JHS Inc. in
Second.
relation to the Craig Wolf Creek contract.
Now second.
Okay, good job. It has been moved and seconded that we approve the contract amendment number 2 with JHS Inc. for the Craig Wolf Creek Mosquito District. Is there any further comment from the commission? Seeing none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Passes 3-0. Thank you, Christian. Well, gentlemen, it seems that we have come to the point where I need to ask for public comment on any public matter within the jurisdiction of the commission that is not on the agenda above. Seeing no public comment, we are adjourned.